Hi guys, it's the Intuitive Designer 333. Today I'd like to talk to you guys about, something that I mention a lot, which is authenticity, living as your authentic self. And what I mean by that, well, what it means to me is that I'm living in the fullest way I can in my truth. And that doesn't mean I don't make mistakes at times, you know, or fall back into, the same type of behaviors at times. It takes work. Not that I keep going back to it, but it takes work. That's what I want to tell you. You really have to like control yourself not to fall into the same patterns, that destructive patterns, familiar patterns that will hold you back from really living in your truth. And what that means is that, sometimes you have to just really rely on your inner strength to live authentically. Because, like I said, this is not a popularity contest. This is not, for likes, just to be out there, um, being the biggest influencer out there. There's more to life, and influencer is a word that's used so commonly now. Like, truly, it's something that people don't really understand, that when you influence, and you have to start by influencing yourself, but having belief in yourself and in what your higher good is, what your higher purpose is. So when I live in as myself, like I'm just fearless, and that's what you become. You become fearless. Nothing that anybody could say, if you build up your strength enough, that you're not going to be able to see. You're fully transparent. There's nothing hidden about you. um, People could see that, and they will address you accordingly, or they should address you accordingly, because you're not in fear that they're going to find out something about you that's so major that's going to destroy you or pull you back into your old life. Living authentically means that you live fearlessly. You don't worry about, as soon as you get that little hint of like that intuition that tells you, this may not be the right course for you. This may not be the right action for you at this time, or this person, has a vibe I'm not feeling. As soon as you get those hits, it's important to act on it and not let it linger. I was one of those type of people that would like even though I get those hits, I would just be like, nah, I'm wilding. Like, I need to chill. I'm already like a sort of cutthroat type of personality, so I don't take much. So I have a really low tolerance level. So already I was on the like chop chop, everybody could go. But in doing that, I realized that that was like because I had fear of being hurt by people, by not being seen as my real self, as people, being judged. So I would hide behind that by chopping people off, and being extremely private. And I thought, it's just something that was within me that I had to work through. So once I started working on that role of being me, the true me, everything else came so easily. You know, I have no fear in, if I get those hits that things are not right, I have no issue, no qualms about addressing it. So when you live authentically, people must accept you for who you are. And I mean, an authentic life is a good life. It's a pure life where you really living within your purpose. You really striving to be a better being in this world. You really providing a service, because you have to think also what comes with it is a price of being authentic, right? So you have to think, okay, what is the service I'm going to provide? What am I going to give back to my community, to my people, to the world? What am I going to give back? What is my contribution right now in having that freedom to be me? Okay, so once you know what that is, then you could move on to really living in that light and not having no qualms about, telling people, who you are, how you live, the way you get, whatever you get done, whatever it is, you have no fear and no reservations. I mean, you still have a level of privacy, but you have no reservations in, behaving and acting in a manner that's really you. And for whatever that may be, most of the time it's for the greater good. You might have something about your personality that attracts people to be themselves, to want to, live their authentic life. And authenticity comes from the greater good. It's not, I'm not saying if your authentic life is to be, a horrible human being, and you just say, yeah, I'm a terrible person, I'm a shit person, that's the way I should be. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying for the greater good, your greater purpose, finding that true self that is humane and wants to be a being who is of service to the world, and who wants to be true to who they are. That's what I'm talking about. That's what authenticity means to me. So, living authentically, guys, listen, it's not for the birds and it's not for the faint of heart. So, you have to be a strong person to really want this life. Okay? So, that's what I want to talk about today. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your comments, what you think about, the authenticity. And that's why, I come out as myself with these messages, because I feel like people could relate. I may stumble at times, whatever it may be, but the point is that you're getting the message I'm trying to relay, which is to, live in your higher self, live authentically, and be a better being. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram.